feel like I need an ascot for this, or and a pipe, tobacco pipe, and maybe a smoking jacket in a fireplace.
Yeah.
Welcome to Over the Years. My name is Tim, and I love vintage items. I hunt for treasures and bring you the ultimate prizes of antiques, collectibles, and vintage decor. Join me, my dukes, my girlfriend Josie, and other guests as we search for history.
Hello. Welcome back. My mom's making this crazy face at me right now.
It's a little hot to me.
So, it is Monday, and we are going to tell you guys everything that sold this weekend across all the platforms that we sell on. We did not have any sales on Saturday or Sunday on Mercari or Grailed, but we had sales on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and Depop. So let's go ahead and just run right into this stuff for you guys. The first thing that sold this weekend was this promotional Washington Capitals hat from an old Capitals game, and that sold on Poshmark for $15. The next thing that we have that sold, if you guys watched our live last night, I went over and told you guys this whole story about the interaction I had with a customer on Mercari about a Sherwin-Williams sweatshirt. Funny thing is, it actually sold on Depop, so that guy was being really nasty about it, and it's okay because it sold on Depop, and that sold for $24.99 plus shipping. The next one that we have platform-wise, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into eBay for you. The first thing that sold on eBay over the weekend was this old vintage Nickelodeon Wild Thornberrys Snapshot Safari board game. This was from 1999, and it was still sealed, and that sold for $35.99.
Well, that got under the wire for vintage, didn't it?
Yeah, right under the wire. The next thing that sold on eBay over the weekend was this vintage Ephraim's old time bottle cutter kit. It had never been used before, still had the original box, pretty cool stuff right there. And that sold for $20 plus shipping. The next thing that sold on eBay was this really cool vintage snapback. It had a Richmond, I think it was Richmond University, and it had a big spell out Richmond on the front, and that sold for $14.99 plus shipping. The next thing that sold on eBay over the weekend was this Frozen 2 kids wireless headphones, and that sold for $10 plus shipping. I picked those up on clearance for, I think it was $2. And the next thing that sold on eBay over the weekend, if you saw a couple videos ago, we did a video on this tub of vintage camera equipment that I had, and we got that stuff listed, and this is the first thing to sell from that lot, and it was the vintage Nikon Nikkor 50mm lens, and that sold for $67.99 plus shipping. Next up on eBay, we have a lot of reference to old videos of things that sold. If you saw our live, which will be recorded tonight, but this video is coming out after Monday, even though we're recording this video on Monday. And we did a whole live on Mid-Century Modern. I'll put the link up top. So, sorry for the interruption. That was Josie calling me, wanting to know if I was coming over for dinner tonight or not. Anyways, so we did this whole live on barware and bar decor. A lot of it focused in on mid-century modern barware. And this piece actually just sold on eBay over the weekend. It is a vintage mid-century modern Culver glass Valencia green and gold filigree bar set. And it came with the caddy and everything. And that sold for $117 plus shipping. Another reference video item. So if you guys saw a couple videos back when Ma Dukes and I went to the auction and then the thrift store afterwards, we found this Betty Boop clock, and like I was all excited about it because it was comped out crazy, like $200, $300. And I didn't really look it over. And when we got home and we filmed the video of stuff that we got, we realized that it was not in the best of shape. So I just wanted to get it out the door and sold it for parts. And that sold for $30 plus shipping. I mean, still a profit. We paid $3.99 for it. So, but not what we originally got excited for. So now more clothes on eBay that sold. This is a really nice Peter Millar pink quarter zip cashmere and cotton long sleeve sweater thing, and it sold for $39.99 plus shipping. So that was gone quick. That was only up for a couple of days. And then we sold a hat on eBay. It was the Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series champions new era fitted hat, and that sold for $15 plus shipping. I picked that up at Goodwill a couple months ago, and I think I paid like $3 for it. And then this is another piece that came out of the box of random stuff. It was vintage. It was actually a box of Ma Duke's random stuff. It was a vintage ceramic bottle stopper, handmade in Spain, and that sold for $8.87 plus shipping. And the last thing that sold on eBay over the weekend was the last one of the Game Boy Advance Pelican accessory power grip recharge pack that I got at the bins, and that sold for $9.99 plus shipping. So that's everything that sold on eBay over the weekend, and now we're gonna jump into Etsy. And Etsy was pretty crazy this weekend. I ran a sale on Etsy, and we got a lot of orders because of that sale. My mom, why are you smelling wrapping paper?
It's not wrapping paper, it's shelf paper. I just wondered if it still had any scent.
Like, what do you mean? Scent? Like, what kind of scent?
Oh, I'm just bored. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm looking at my Keanu Reeves Speed poster.
Oh, yeah.
That's listed too, isn't it?
No.
No, we never listed it?
No.
Okay. No, it was Point Break.
So this is what sold on Etsy over the weekend. Let's go. First thing that sold was this vintage Hall China mid-century modern gold decorated Philadelphia cobalt blue 6-cup teapot. This is a gorgeous one. It's actually right here. We got a lot of packing to do tonight. But yeah, I'll give you a close personal look. A lot of this stuff is right here, but I'm not going to show it all to you because it's a hassle to go over and pick it up. I just have to put this picture right here for you. Next thing that sold, I forgot. And that sold for a total, including discounts, shipping, and sales tax. All the Etsy items, I'll tell you what the buyer's all in for. Most of them are going to include shipping, discount, and sales tax. The buyer was all in on that teapot for $72.14. If you guys missed our live on teapots, me, Josie, and Ma Dukes, I'll put the link up top there for you guys to check that out. We go over a whole bunch of different teapots and things to look out for that sell. The next thing that sold on Etsy was this vintage Hall China autumn leaf jewel tea 6 1/4 inch radiance bowl, and the buyer was all in on that for $27.13. The next thing that sold, this one I'll show you guys because it's beautiful and it's right next to me. Look at this. My Duke said she picked this up at the Fenton Factory. And that, the buyer was all in for $88.13 after shipping, discount, and sales tax. That was a rare vintage Fenton glass opalescent cranberry rose bowl with a snowflake pattern. And finally, the Garfield set has sold. I have had that thing for so long. I've had so many likers. Every time I post it on Instagram, people go crazy and nobody buys it. Somebody finally bought it.
Somebody pulled the trigger.
Yeah, it was a vintage 1978 Garfield glass pitcher, and it came with 5 mugs, Jim Davis, McDonald's, and the buyer was all in for $48.24. The next thing that sold, this went pretty fast. I had this up for maybe like a week or two. It is a vintage Buffalo China restaurant ware green striped oval dish, and the buyer was all in for $21.03 on that. The next thing that sold, we have a ton of this stuff, and it usually sells really well around this time of year. Obviously, because of the quarantine and everything, the Easter dishes didn't do as well because I didn't promote them because nobody was really having people over for Easter. But this is a vintage Royal Dalton fine bone china Bunnykins Riverside Picnic Bowl, and the buyer was all in for $47.24 on that. The next thing up in our last what sold video from what sold during the week last week, you saw the Wedgwood Jasperware Primrose, the yellow color posy vase that sold, and I was mentioning to you guys that that color is really sought after. So we sold 2 plates. One was a salad plate and one was like a little pin dish, and the buyer was all in for both of those for a total of $68.20. Next up was this vintage Scott's Emulsion cod liver with lime and soda. It was a medicine bottle, and the buyer was all in on that for $21.73. And then we have some more Pyrex that sold. This one was a vintage Pyrex 1962 promotional Pyrex. The Golden Tulip was the name of the pattern, and it was a round casserole 024. And I got this at a state sale. I remember one time Josie and I went, and I got it for like $2 or $3, and we had to clean it up, and it was nice. And the buyer was all in on that for $35.76. Another piece from our Carnival Glass auction haul is out the door. It is that really nice vintage Jeanette Glass Marigold Carnival Glass Iris and Herringbone vase. And that sold, the buyer was all in for $25.54. And the last thing that sold this weekend was one more of those Bunnykins. This was a vintage Royal Dalton fine bone china. I love saying fine bone china. Bunnykins Raft 8-inch salad plate, and the buyer was all in for $25.52 on that. And that concludes all of the sales from this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, eBay, Etsy, Depop, Poshmark, no Mercari and Grailed. But we're off to a good start this week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for the what sold during this week video, which will probably come out on the weekend. And we're going to try and keep up with this schedule and keep you guys informed on what's selling for us. Hopefully that helps for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And check out our live stream videos. There's a whole playlist of them. We have a lot of fun doing that. That's it. Peace.